Hello, let's dive straight into trying to create something very similar to the Dennis Smalley. I'm going to go from the MUS355 wiki page, find the FTP site, and this is going into MUS355 2014. I'm going to download a metal chain sound. So right click, save link as, and I'll put this in my folder here, teaching MUS355 and 2016-17 metal chain. That's that, and that appears in a folder there, and you can throw this into any sound file editor. It's about a minute long, so I don't need that much of it, so I will extract some. It's clearly a metal chain being drawn over something else metallic. Okay, take something with a nice little bit of volume, take that little section there, and edit, copy to new. Just trim this down a little bit there, and file, save as, and put this, browse. So this is what takes all the time, sorry about this. Teaching MUS355 2016 chain bit .wav. There we go, and save. Hide that, launch PD, and I'm going to find my version of USSS tools that I've downloaded. Should be on the E drive. USSS toolkit. I'll open one of the blank canvas. So first of all, I can just test this by making sure, turning the DAC on, loading a sound file. I will load a sound file from E, teaching MUS355 chain bit. Play it. So the first thing we could test out potentially would be to band pass that. So to put an object box USSS.bandpass my BP, no space, my BP, give it a name, delete this, put the output of the player into bandpass. And the output of the bandpass into there. Tidy that up a little bit. I could save this as something else. So I could save this as, if I put this in the same folder, teaching MUS355, we'll go band filter test 1 .pd, and there it is, filter test 1. It even says it's a PD file, yeah. Don't double click on these, always open PD files from within Pure Data. I know it's a pain, but it's the only way. So back into PD, into, or out of edit mode, play the file again. We can see it playing there. We just have no volume here, so we need to turn up the filter gain. That's the frequency of the filter, and that's the Q, the tightness of the filter. So with the Q very small here, you hear all of the sound. With the Q very high, you hear a resonance, or you hear a pitch. You could make this Q slightly bigger. Now that's quite quiet, but that's very similar to the Smalley. So maybe we could have a little bit of that, but maybe we could add some reverb to this. reverb, my reverb, join that up to there, join this up to here, that's kind of cool, isn't it? You move the object box, and because the red dot stays the same, oh, bit of a bug. That's what's called a bug. Never mind. Still have to dry, but we could have some wet. We keep the damping quite low. The room size, okay, not that big. So our only problem here is we haven't got an envelope. It's just repeating all the time. So if we put an envelope in, finally, USSS.envelope, my env, get rid of the input, put that into the envelope, put that into the bandpass, draw an envelope. For this you have to move the mouse to the bottom of the screen here and draw an envelope shape, press trigger. So this will be 250 milliseconds right now. So let's say we want something that's 1.5 seconds, 1500 milliseconds. Bit more than that. Let's go for 5 seconds. And let's have it start quietly and then up and then back down. So now we can have a little bit more damping, perhaps a bigger room size, a bit more wet signal. We could actually amplify this beyond 1 to make this a lot louder. And now we just need to record that out. So I'll call this opening cold chain drag.wav. Press record, press play. And stop. Now that's still quite a low volume sound. I could take this now into Audition if I close this one and open my cold drag chain sound. Yeah, it's not really come out at the sort of level I need, but I could now normalize this. Amplitude and compression, normalize. So I don't want to normalize to 100. If I normalize to 50, and it's doing it to percent. And save that. You've got something of a filtered pitch with some sort of nocturnal feel to it. It has growth and decay. It's an opening object, but clearly you're then setting yourself up that there are a number of things that are important in whatever happens next. And one might be the fact that it's pitched. Another thing might be that it's feeling cold. And then clearly you might want to re-reference the actual, the grain of the chain sound.